Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, P-Game. I told you I was going to further talk about the Wu-Tang series. And as I was watching that series, it was a subject matter that I was waiting for them to cover and talk about. And when they finally got to it, you know how you just say, all right, this is what I've been waiting for. And they discussed what was the deal with that album that came out a couple of years ago that got sold for $2 million, you know, that Martin Scarelli bought. Now, if you don't know who Martin Scarelli is, just Wikipedia him. That dude is just a horrible person. But anyway, he bought the album for $2 million. Okay, it went to him. But they asked the Wu-Tang members about that album. They asked, I think, Inspector Deck, I think they asked Ghostface, and I think they asked Capadonna, and I think they asked Method Man about that album. Okay, and what was the deal with that album? And come to find out, just like I thought it wasn't a real Wu-Tang album. All it was a bunch of junk tracks and junk verses that got pieced together, and it was sold as a Wu-Tang album. Basically, it wasn't an official studio album where them dudes all get together and record and go over how they gonna put the album together. It was just a bunch of just junk material. In case you guys don't know what junk material is, I'm a former writer, I'm a former artist. You know, junk material is like songs that you record, and after you review them and listen to them, you just say, I don't like this, I'm not feeling this. And you just, instead of putting it out as a single, you would just let it sit, you know. Or you sell it, like if somebody say, hey, I got a compilation album, I want a track from you, you give, you know, you do that, you sell it, or you give it away, or whatever the case. And a junk verse is a dude that may take a artist, he may get a beat by somebody, and he may just record a verse to the beat. And then sometimes you could buy the beat with the verse, you know, from producers and shit. They may say, hey, I'm so-and-so, look, check this out. I got this verse with Ghostface Killer on there. You could buy it and all that type of shit. So that's why sometimes, you know, you may see a up-and-coming artist or underground artist. You'll be like, damn, he got Ghostface Killer on the, you know what I'm saying? How you do that? Because sometimes you can buy the verse from the producer, or you can buy the verse from the artist. So it works like that. That's what you call a junk verse. So that's how sometimes you get guys that's up and coming or underground, and they'll say, hey, yeah, I got so-and-so on that. And the funny part about it is the artist may not even know who the hell the track got sold to. So, the music business is crazy, but you still have to give the artist his credit though. Real talk, but that's how that shit works. But nevertheless, that's what happened. And the cold part about it was they sort of got finessed into doing it. What happened was Silverines, I think that's what his name is, and RZA, they basically called up the troops, you know, called up the clan and said, we got this secret album that's coming out, Wu Project or some shit like that, and it's top secret. Basically, that's what they had planned all along. Now, Silverines is some dude from the UK, I think, and he ain't black, but he was a friend of the RZA. So that's basically what they did. They got verses and tracks from the dudes, and then they put it together and they sold it as a Wu-Tang album, but it really wasn't an official Wu-Tang album. And the fucked up part about it, it was sold for $2 million. And they didn't even pay none of the dudes from the Wu-Tang clan any of the money. What type of shit is that? So basically they finessed them. And you know, Inspector Dick talked about that, because I think the dude that was doing the documentary said, did you receive any money from that album? That's so, he's like, what money? So basically Silverines and you know, RZA kept all the money. But the thing is, RZA owned the rights to the Wu-Tang album, or should I say the Wu-Tang name, if I'm not mistaken. He owns the rights to the Wu-Tang name, Wu-Tang Records, Wu-Tang Management. So pretty much RZA owns the rights to all that Wu-Tang shit. But I think that's pretty fucked up that you basically got dudes to record verses and tracks and shit, and you sold it for $2 million and you didn't even, pay the people that was part of the album. You collaborated and schemed with that clown Silverines, once again, finessing, using a non-black motherfucker to get over on some people. But I see they got over it, but I would have had an issue with that, because me, myself, had they had done that to me, I would have got a lawyer and I would have made them take my voice off the tracks unless they paid me. But they took it on the chin. But me, myself, I would have had a big problem with that, because like I said, basically they got finessed, and that's not cool. But yeah, man, so if you want to know what was up with that, that wasn't a real Wu-Tang album. And it was kind of funny when everybody was like leaving the theater where they did the documentary at, where they was just sitting in some seats and just talking and going over the history of the Wu-Tang. It was funny when they was getting up, I think Ghostface said, or Method Man, one of them dudes said, like, hey, let's make a real Wu-Tang album and sell it for $10 million. But yeah, that's what happened with that $2 million Wu-Tang album. It wasn't really a Wu-Tang album. But anyway, this your boy Town Biz. I'm out.